Hey everybody, I'm Alex Big Blue, and this is All Number Ones episode 6. So first off, I read the new 52 Futures End Forever People number 1. This is a one-shot with a very cool holographic cover. See that? So it starts off normal, and then, of course, horrifying. So yeah, anyways, really cool cover. On this one, I think I know it says 2 up there, but I think I actually may have gotten this one for $1. But either way, I thought this cover was awesome. Now, for the book itself, it was okay. It is a one shot. It's just completely for like a newer book of DC. I would say it's completely probably average. It's kind of a bit more of a downer than I generally like, without saying much about why or what happens ultimately or anything like that. It was decent. It was a quick read, so I like that about it, and it was somewhat interesting. I just wasn't crazy about the overall thing of it, but yeah, decent enough read for especially if you can get it for cheap, I'd say. All right, and next up we have Rivet number 1. So this is from Blackthorn Publishing. I actually got this one from Brandon, I think, as a AOK. He a part of a big AOK randomly gave me one day. But anyways, Rivet number 1 is basically like, I guess, a frog man. I think that's what he's supposed to be. It makes sense with the rivet because it sounds like ribbit, I guess. But yeah, anyways, so he's like a frog man. This is kind of almost like a little bit like a Ninja Turtles book or something. Not as fun or cool as that, I'm not saying, but granted, but I mean like kind of that type of thing a little bit. This pretty much Frogman is in a war and he has some more wacky characters with him. He's trying to win the day and just get out of there because they hired him and he didn't want to be there. But yeah, this was a decent enough read, honestly. I mean, it's black and white interior, by the way. And yeah, it's decent enough. I liked it all right for what it was. Both of those two first books are pretty decent reads if you just come across them, especially for cheap, I would say. All right, and for the third book that I just read is Wildstar number 1 from Image. So, as I've said before, I usually love all the early Image stuff, and I really like this one as well. It was pretty good. I'd have to say a very interesting origin and a pretty interesting story thus far. I think I have some more issues of this potentially. I don't know if I have number 2 or not, but I really like this issue quite a bit. And the character seems pretty cool. And overall, it was just an enjoyable read. I definitely liked it. All right, I also read 3 more books, the first of which was JLA Paradise Lost, number 1. I love this cover. I think it's beautiful, by the way. But in general, it is part 1 of 3 of a 3-parter. This is the only one I have so far, and I read this. I thought it was decent enough. I thought it was a pretty okay read, honestly. And certainly worth $1 I paid for it. I don't know how excited exactly I am to continue, but if I see the other issues for cheap, I'll probably pick them up because I thought this was fine. It wasn't bad or anything, certainly. And it was decent enough. I would get more of a read on it after reading the second issue anyways. But yeah, I thought this was kind of interesting to start off with. All right, next up we have one I really enjoyed. The New Avengers number 1. This one was really awesome. So basically somebody hires Electro to go and try to break out everybody out of the raft. I think that's which prison it is. And so it has like all of the villains in it. Or not all of them, but a lot of villains. Like we're talking Carnage. We're talking Vermin. What the guy from was it Scarface? Is that right? No, Jigsaw. Jigsaw, the Punisher villain. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, it has just everybody basically in it. So he's going to try to break that out. And meanwhile, while that's happening, Matt Murdock, or aka Daredevil, if you didn't already know that, I know most of you guys do, but him and what is it, the original Spider-Woman and Foggy and Luke Cage are all going in. They was going to meet up with somebody. I don't want to spoil exactly what that's about, but they're going there as the breakout happens, as it starts, and just chaos just kind of breaks loose everywhere, and it ends in an interesting story beat. Well, a couple of them actually, but so yeah, I'm very excited to read more of this. I don't know if I have the second issue yet, but I know I have a lot more of this run. I believe it's the same run, and I've read before that I really liked. So yeah, I really love this series. Great number 1 issue. Highly recommend it if you guys can get a hold of it. All right, and last but not least, I just read Ghost Rider number 1. This one was really cool. I have to say, it's probably one of the few newer ones that I've read of like his newer series. But I also have Ghost Rider 2099 #1. I haven't read that yet, but I'll probably add that in maybe the next one of these. But yeah, this was really good. I like this one a lot. I love the cover, by the way. I think this one is pretty interesting because essentially it's setting up a Ghost Rider versus Ghost Rider fight in the second one. So this book has Johnny Blaze and Danny Ketch both in it, and it leads up to something pretty interesting for the rest of this, or for the rest of the series, or at least the next few issues at the end of this. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the Ghost Rider versus Ghost Rider fight. I don't remember yet if I had the second one or not. If I do, I'll probably review it soon. But if not, I'll be on the lookout for it for sure. But yeah, I really like this one. I don't want to give much away because it is a book that's probably pretty attainable for you guys to get to. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good for sure. I'm Alex the Glue. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you later.